Well, you can catch up on all the buzzworthy films ahead of award season at Las Vegas's first and only indie film house this month. Here to tell us about all the excitement at the Beverly Theater is founding creative director and chief experience officer Kip Kelly. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So the Oscar nominations are coming out later this month. Those were delayed, the nominations, because of the fires in LA. But others like the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards, those nominees have already been named. So talk to us about some of these nominated films.
Yeah, this is perfect because I wore my scarf. So a scarf makes you 5 times more qualified to speak about the Academy Awards.
I agree.
Anyone who buys a scarf gets a little note in the mail, I think, and tells them that. Yes, so as Vegas's only independent film house, I think what we have programming-wise is very unique. It's very one of a kind. Sometimes it's a bit unhinged. This is the time of year where none of those things are true. This is just the time to celebrate the pure sport of filmmaking.
Love it.
And get everyone to the theaters and watch some Academy Award stuff.
Well, in so many years, the lists come out and either you haven't heard of half of them or you can't access the other half.
Yeah.
So you guys are changing that.
Well, we have, for the ones that we can book, because we're small and sometimes we get bullied, right? But for the ones that we can book, we definitely want to make sure people have a chance to watch some of these films.
Okay.
The Academy Awards, you know, to qualify, these films have to have had a theatrical run. So it's okay to stream stuff. I'm not anti-streaming. I may have a theater, that's okay. There's a lot of great content to stream. But these are the things that were actually made for the big screen. And all the way down to some of the resolution requirements. It's like these things were made. So, you know, we've shown Dahomey, which is a feature-length documentary that we think will get nominated. We've got All We Imagine Is Light, which we're pretty sure will get some love as well. Flow, if nobody's seen Flow, I think we're the only ones showing Flow in town right now. If nobody has seen Flow, it is a mastercraft in storytelling and animation, and without dialogue. And it's a very, very powerful story about a post-apocalyptic cat. Ooh.
Wow, what?
And
that's right up Jason's alley.
Yeah, it is Jason, come see it, please. But it is an amazing story. And then also The Last Showgirl, which Pamela Anderson's from Canada, but this year she is our hometown hero, so we're really hoping she gets some love. Okay,
I want to talk a little bit more about The Last Showgirl, because not only are you showing it at the Beverly, you had an event earlier, a red carpet event. You had Pamela Anderson there, not just to walk the red carpet. No, you had the Las Vegas premiere of the Last Showgirl and a Q&A session with Pamela Anderson afterward.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
What is it like? So these types of events, I mean, this is what you'd expect in Hollywood, where there are tons of voting members. What's it like for you to have an event of this caliber here?
It meant the world to us. First of all, there's a great recap of the night on our Instagram at Beverly Theater if anyone wants to see that. But yeah, when we heard that Pamela was looking to do a Las Vegas premiere for the city and for the locals and for a lot of the people who took part in the production of The Last Showgirl, and we heard about some of the venues that they were considering, I made some calls to the studio and begged and pleaded for them to not do it at those venues.
Good on you.
And to their credit, Roadside Attractions, Utopia Films, they're independent too. They made this film on a shoestring budget. They shot it in 18 days. There was a lot of favors between Dave Bautista did it as a favor to Gia, and Jamie Lee Curtis did it as a favor to Pamela. And so it really was a kind of a family independent production. And so to their credit, they took my phone calls during the holidays and listened to me begging and said, this has to happen at the Beverly Theater.
Love that.
For many reasons, and we're glad it did. And it was a great night. Pamela showed up. She was amazing. A lot of the showgirls from the movie showed up because there's a lot of Vegas showgirls. The house and Pamela's character was shot in Beverly Green area in downtown Las Vegas. A lot of great daytime Vegas shots, which as a local you can appreciate because it's the less glamorous side of Vegas, which is not typically represented on film. A lot of people like to shoot the sexy nighttime strip scenes, and those are great. But this was it's a really raw Las Vegas film, and it really kind of tells the story metaphorically about Jubilee or any other show that's closing and the talent associated with that. So it's an amazing story.
Okay, so you have to watch that recap on your Instagram page. You guys have so many events coming up, so we're just going to put up the website, thebeverlytheater.com, because there's there's not only movies, there's live shows.
We have concerts. Christian Lee Hudson will be there January 20th. He's a great indie folk artist from California, along with Allegra Krieger, who's coming from New York as support. We've got Black History Month in February, so we've got a lot of great titles coming from that as well. And we're going to do Blind Date with a movie as well on Valentine's Day again, which we did last year and people loved it. Basically, we're going to have 2 movies up on our website. You won't know what they are. We'll give you some hints. It's going to be a great date night for Valentine's Day. You'll be surprised when the opening sequence hits, and that's the first you'll know of what you're buying to come see. We promise they'll be good. We're
going to have to remind you all about that as we get closer to Valentine's Day, because that's such a cool date night. Thank you so much, Kip, for coming.
Go watch the movies. What's up, Derek?
the BeverlyTheater.com. And my husband just got a shout out. Hey, we'll be right back.